Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, October 27th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with total nonstop action presenting Bound For Glory Saturday night on pay-per-view from the Wayne State Fieldhouse in Detroit, Michigan. The 20th anniversary of the event closed with Jeff and Matt Hardy winning the TNA World Tag Team title in a three-way Full Metal Mayhem match, which also included former champions Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, along with Ace Austin and Chris Bay. In the penultimate bout of the night, Nick Nemeth retained the TNA World title by downing Joe Hendry. The match included interference from JBL, who gave clotheslines to both Hendry and special referee Frankie Kazarian. Masha Slamovich became the new Knockouts World Champion by ending Jordan Grace's third reign in 16 minutes and 44 seconds. Other title matches on the show saw Knockouts World Tag Team Champions Danny Luna and Jody Threat beating Rosemary and NXT's Wendy Chu. PCO held on to both the TNA Digital Media title and International Heavyweight title with a win over Matt Cardona in a Monsters Ball match. And Speedball Mike Bailey retained the X Division title with a win over El Hijo del Vikingo. In other results, Josh Alexander stopped Steve Macklin and Mike Santana beat Moose. Pre-show results saw Frankie Kazarian win a 20-person call-your-shot gauntlet match, last eliminating Rhino. As a result, Kazarian can challenge for any championship within the next year. Prior to being involved in the gauntlet match, Rhino and the late Bob Ryder were inducted into the TNA Wrestling Hall of Fame.
And I have to go, but it teaches me, my faith teaches me to be a better person, to leave this planet a little bit better than what I found it, and that's my goal. That's always been my goal. God bless you. I love you, and let's have a hell of a pay-per-view tonight. Detroit City, I love you. This is ours. And gore, gore, gore.
Also on the pre-show, Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance defeated Zaya Brookside and NXT's Brinley Reese. Also last night, All Elite Wrestling's Collision was broadcast live on TNT from the Alliant Energy Powerhouse in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. In the main event, FTR defeated Dralistico and Rush. After the match, FTR were beaten down by Dralistico, Rush, and the Beast Mortos until the Outrunners made the save. Other results saw Ricochet top Leo Rush, Anna Jay beat Viva Van, the Outrunners down the MXM Collection, Penelope Ford defeated Robin Renegade, and in the opener, Jay White pinned Shane Taylor. In other AEW news, the company filed for 3 trademarks on Friday, all of which include the branding of AEW's new streaming broadcast partner Max. AEW WrestleMax, WrestleMax, and AEW Max Month are the trademark titles. AEW is expected to begin streaming on WBD's Max service in 2025. And we close with some news out of Mexico. AEW's Willow Nightingale suffered a concussion during CMLL's Friday night show inside Arena Mexico in Mexico City. Nightingale suffered the injury during a 20-woman elimination tag team match, and as a result, she was pulled from Saturday and Sunday shows as well. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.